Such a stereo system can discourage girls who are very careful about their hairstyle from listening to music.
This is what happens when you hang out with a friend for a long time. When the cheerleaders perform so perfectly in sync, it's easy to forget about the game altogether. They definitely had one workout program.
Go your way.
Even if it wasn't the best one out there.
Why you go on?
Because I'm talking to you. And you got me riled up. You got me started.
Just did you do it?
No, I didn't. Nope. Didn't I do it?
After we finished filming, OJ said to me that he had a surprise for me, and I genuinely was surprised. I think it was his idea of a joke, and this is it.
Malicious dark entity, and after reading the comments underneath these videos, it seems that
The other third type that got mentioned on Mission was reptilians. But every time that they were mentioned, it was really quickly hushed up by whoever else was on the other end of the line. Shut up, don't say that, is what they were doing.
They don't want to talk about the reptilians.
They don't want to talk about the reptilian presence at all. They would talk about the tall whites and the grays being in the lab with the armaments. You know, not a lot, but some. But these reptilians, it was like nobody wanted to talk about it.
Was there any sort of an explanation that anybody give you of why they don't want to talk about it?
No, the only time I got any inkling was that when I, was out of the program and other people started to talk to me about all the different, things. And they're like, well, how many races are there? But some people talked about the reptilians. I'm like, do you realize that
It seems that these warriors respect and preserve centuries-old traditions, arranging fights during sunset.
La Mesa, California. Check this guy out. He tries to wiggle somebody's doorknob. Looks like he has some high fashion on.
Hello? You would be smart to get out of our front door.
Yeah, you smarter, right? Get lost!
I don't know. He was just standing there.
Richmond, Texas. So this guy just walks right inside someone's house. The homeowner said that he had some type of mental disorder. Texas City, Texas. So this guy walks up to somebody's house late night, fidgeting with his phone. Hey, it's the wrong house, buddy. It's 5:18 in the morning. This guy definitely doesn't belong there.
What you want, man? What you want?
Yeah.
My friend. Hey, man, you got the wrong house. You better get away from my house. Yes. Sorry. Yeah, get away from my house.
We can safely say that careful preparation was crowned with success. The dismantling of buildings by the explosion method was carried out synchronously and without errors. Successfully traverse sand dunes, you need not only a vehicle with the right technical characteristics, but also an experienced driver.
Philadelphia plane incident. Oh my God.
All this behind me is drone footage of Philadelphia from just last night. Wait till you see some of these images like this right here. That reminds me of something that happened 2 times in our near past. One of those things being in Hawaii. It is just absolutely absurd what we're seeing. I'm about to show you in a minute what it reminds me of, because things have just been ridiculously crazy the last year straight. I mean, y'all remember this? How does stuff like this keep happening over and over and over again? Even a day before that one plane we had, obviously, the one in DC that just happened that we still really don't even have information about. I mean, look at this crater alone. Every single day, something just unthinkable is happening over and over and over again. Something's up.
السلام عليكم. عيونه مخوفة. يا عيونه بالماء. نار. يبي عيونه. خلاص يا عمي مش بتحمل بس. لا اله الا الله. عيونه ضوء كثير والله العظيم. باي. يا الله. طيب شو بيعمل هيك؟ بس يرفع ايده عيونه بيضوجن بزياده. عيونه بيضوجن. راسي راسي. يا الله يا الله. يا ابوي عيونه. يا الله. رفع عصايته. معقول بدنا يا ابوي عيونه. يا رب. لا يا عم شنو؟ معلش باشا. باشا يا الله. ما لحقتش يا زلمه.
Although most people would run and flee from the scene as soon as they saw this creepy-looking figure, this YouTuber proceeds to shine a flashlight on the figure and its glowing red eyes for quite some time, and the figure seemingly looks at the camera the entire time. The first time I watched this video, I fully expected this entity to come chasing after the YouTuber, but it never does. It merely stands up top of the cliff and never does anything to harm the uploader. Even still though, I would like to think that if you stumbled upon this figure in the middle of the night, you would not only run home, but you'd probably have nightmares for weeks.
Which, by far the largest subgroup are bugs. I've just seen dozens and dozens of dreams where every kind of insect you can imagine is coming in the dreamer. There are cockroaches running through the dreamer, there are masses of red worms, and I think that's because of the slang term we say, I get a bug when we die.
Randy Anderson, Green Beret, and he was at this training ground. They walked him to this room, and on a plaque, it said off-world technology.
Oh my gosh.
He looked at the other Green Beret guy, and they're both like, what the fuck? And he said, we walked in, first thing that we saw was this metallic orb thing just hovering. And he said the only way I could describe it is like there seemed to be like almost like a field around it, like a mirage, just like. And then there was this other thing that he walked up to, and he said the only way he could describe it is like it looks like you would place your hand in it and like grab it like a shield. And he said there was like this pad on it. It was like crystal, but it looked like it would display numbers or something.
A screen or something.
Like a digital panel, but glyphs. But then he said all of a sudden these things started popping up on it. He said the only way I can describe it is it looked like Egyptian like hieroglyphics.
Oh my god.
He said I kind of like froze, and one of the head guys was like, "You're all right?" He's like, "Yeah." I didn't ask questions about it.
Ask questions.
You're not allowed to.
Do it.
And this is the Saman dance, a traditional dance in Indonesia. It's hard to imagine how they get all those intricate moves right.
Texas. Check her out.
Dad. Answer.
She's trying to act like it's her parents' house, but she doesn't live there. This isn't your parents' house.
Boo. Right. Okay, Boo. Boo.
Yeah, she's trying to ring the doorbell, act like she knows somebody that lives there. You don't know nobody that lives here. Get lost.
Mom? Dad?
Dad. I ain't your daddy. I ain't your daddy.
Mom? Yeah. My mom hasn't my back.
Odessa, Texas. Check this guy out.
I'm a neighbor.
Oh, you're a neighbor?
I'm sorry to bother you, ma'am. I live just down the road, and my girlfriend's mom and dad, they kicked me out of the house, and I was gonna ask if there's any way that I could do anything to like I need something.
Nope. Get lost. Lubbock, Texas. Hey. A doorbell news viewer sent us this video of him almost taking out his barbecue. We hope he's okay. Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Check this guy out. Looks like we got a doorknob wiggler. Yeah, always keep those doors locked.
Watching this stunning performance, it feels like mermaids truly exist. Her portrayal of the underwater magic is so lifelike and enchanting.
Despite their massive size, humpback whales amaze with the grace of their leaps, showcasing incredible agility and power in the water. What an incredible footage! We always strive to choose the best content for you. Swimming with sperm whales is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, leaving you with a profound respect for this majestic ocean dweller.
It's an experiment that took place in the 60s. This is called the Milgram experiment. Are you familiar with it? Yale University is doing an experimentation on learning and the power of learning. You're both volunteers. There's a guy in a lab coat that's running this thing. And he says, we're going to draw straws. One of you will be the teacher and one will be the learner. So the other guy draws the learner straw. He goes to you become the teacher. Unbeknownst to you, this other guy's a volunteer. He's in on it. You're the only person participating in the experiment. So they sit you down at this machine and they say, this is an electric shock machine. And it goes from like 30 volts all the way to the right where it says XXX danger extreme shock. You're going to read these words out and see if you can remember. And if he gets it wrong, you hit this button and deliver a shock. You can hear him go, ah, you go, oh, for some of those intro shocks. But every time he gets one wrong, you have to take that little slider and move that voltage up one notch. So the guy keeps getting it wrong. Around 250 volts, he's screaming every time. Around 275, he's saying, I have a heart condition. I want to stop. I don't want to do this anymore. Come get me out of here. Around 400 volts, there's no more reaction. It's total silence, and he's not even answering the questions anymore. So you turn back around to this guy in the lab coat and says, it's important that you continue. Increase, shock, increase, all the way to this 450 extreme. So before this experiment took place, these psychiatrists got together and they said, how many people are going to go through this? Who's going to go all the way and kill somebody? Or so they think they're going to kill somebody. The shocks are not real. And they thought 0.8%. You have to be a psychopath. You have to want to hurt people. And in reality, 67% of people went all the way. So Stanley Milgram's trying to find out, do people just respond to orders like the Nuremberg trials were going on? And these Nazis were saying we were just following orders. So 250 volts is enough to kill you. 100% of people went up to 250 volts. 100%. This is a big deal.
AI video, AI art of realistic images. Oh, I want to see the Pope playing basketball. What's one thing they always mess up? There's one thing. What? The hands. Most of the time, if they mess up, it's usually hands having an extra finger or a hand being like misshapen, whatever, right? Yeah. Hands are usually the one that gets messed up. Check this out. In dreams, okay, what's one thing that dreams never get right? Hands? Everybody's dream, right? They say like if you want to find out you're dreaming or not, the first thing you check are your hands. And if they're misshapen or they have an extra finger or whatever, that's when you know you're dreaming. So why is it AI and dreams both mess up hands? What if AI, the way it works?
That there was an on-ramp coming up and he would just use that as some extra room to pass, but unfortunately as he approached the on-ramp, another semi was entering the freeway and occupying that fourth lane. With all four semis lined up, he was approaching too fast with no time to brake, so he closed his eyes and prepared for the worst. But then, nothing happened. He opened his eyes and the other guys in the car were just as confused as he was. Somehow they were now in front of all of the semis, but there was literally no room for them to have passed by them. This was the end of his feeding career, as he was super spooked as to what possibly just happened. Was this a real-world glitch, or did he somehow enter a reality where he wasn't in an extremely dangerous and potentially fatal situation? In our number 9 spot today, we have The Strange Storm. This story goes that a couple were at home just doing some household chores when something super strange happened to them. The husband went to open the front door to toss a dirty rug out of the house, and it was just completely pitch black outside. The weird part is that it was at 2 p.m. and from inside the house it looked like a regular sunny afternoon with light coming in from the windows. They said that suddenly outside the front door where it was dark, it's like the sun was a light bulb and it just went on, then off again, and then on. They described it like the flickering a light bulb does right before it's burnt out. The wife asked her husband if he had seen that and he replied, yes. What just happened? They also said there weren't any clouds out either, so it couldn't have been a cloud blocking the sun. Were they transported to some alternate reality for a second? I honestly have no explanation for what the pair witnessed.